Tonight, a report on what caused the explosion at Priest Rapids Dam last year. And the Moses Lake School District Superintendent gets a contract extension. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Moses Lake girls basketball moves to 17-0 on the season, and the afraid of boys and girls round ball teams jockey for postseason positioning. Here's a quick glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, Chastelin here at the Weather Center. Increasing cloud cover overnight and another system approaching the area, bringing us a wintry mix. I'll have more details for you in just a bit.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A Mattawa girl died in a crash on State Route 243, about 10 miles south of Mattawa. A 17-year-old Mattawa boy was driving a 2005 Chrysler Pacifica SUV on SR 243 when he reportedly drove off the road to the right on Thursday evening. According to the Washington State Patrol, on Saturday, the SUV rolled and came to rest on its top. The driver was injured and taken to Cadlick Medical Center in Richland. A 2-year-old girl in the SUV was reportedly unrestrained while in the car and died at the scene. A second passenger, Rosa Maria Adame, a 50-year-old Mattawa woman, had minor injuries and was treated on scene. The State Patrol is investigating the collision. Royal City is one of several school districts in Grant County asking voters to renew maintenance and operations levies on February 9th. Reporter Devin Higgins has the details.
The Royal School District is asking voters to renew their 2-year maintenance and operations levy on February 9th. The levy gives the district more than $1.3 million annually to fund maintenance, educational, and extracurricular programs. Along with the levy, Royal schools qualify for an additional $1.2 million in state funds through levy equalization. Combined, they make up 15% of Royal's annual operating budget, but the levy must be approved by voters for the district to receive the additional funds. Due to new property assessments, homeowners will see a slight drop in their tax rate for the levy over the next 2 years from $2.08 to $2.05 per $1,000 of assessed property value. Superintendent Rose Search talked about how important the levy is to the district.
There's quite a few things that the levy pays for, and one of the big ones that everybody always talks about is our sporting program, our athletics program. We are the hub of the community, and we offer many different sports here. Some of the other things that we pay with our levy dollars are technology, and right now we're developing our CTE program, and it's a fabulous program, and we need the technology that goes along with it. And then also for extracurricular, it doesn't just mean sports, it means after school programs. It's for tutoring, again, the music program.
Ballots must be received by the Grant County Auditor's Office by next Tuesday. In Royal City, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
Human error and safety lapses led to Grant PUD employees being injured at Priest Rapids Dam last October. The Grant PUD recently released the findings of their investigation of what happened when 6 PUD employees were hospitalized with burns suffered in an arc flash. An arc flash is an electric discharge traveling through the air between conductors or from a conductor to a ground. According to a Grant PUD document, the arc flash was because a circuit breaker was manually slow closed while energized with unit P08 in a stopped position. The circuit breaker is on the dam's number 8 generator. Investigators conducted a root cause analysis and determined a series of human and process errors were involved in the accident. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at primetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
When the cold rolls in, it's time to turn on the heater and cozy up with a book. But turning up the heat can mean higher electric bills. And for some families in tough times, that could mean choosing between a warm meal or a warm house. For decades, people like you have extended a hand to help local families in need pay those winter electric bills. Share the warmth this winter to help keep your neighbor warm by giving a little when you pay your Grant PUD bill.
Hello everyone, I'm Chaselyn Rodriguez bringing you your local weather. This weather segment is brought to you by Berry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. Dry conditions for tonight for our area, but that will be short-lived as another system approaches late in the evening hours on Wednesday. In the meantime, for tonight, increasing cloud cover, patchy fog may be possible through the morning commute. A wetter system approaching our area by Wednesday through the late evening hours, and the next system will approach us Friday night into Saturday, bringing us another round of precipitation. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at the almanac. Within the past 24 hours, we woke up with temperatures slightly below the normal for this time of year in the lower 20s. Maximum temperatures as well slightly below the normal in the mid 30s. That record high of 52 degrees, and that was in 2005. And that sunset this evening at 5:01 p.m. And for Moses Lake, very similar conditions, waking up with temperatures in the lower 20s. However, maximum temperatures for today were around the normal in the upper 30s. Right now, outside your door, temperatures in the lower 30s, mostly cloudy skies, and those winds pushing through pretty calmly from the northeast up to 5 miles per hour. A cold front continues shifting towards the east, bringing that threat of severe weather, heavy rainfall and thunderstorms, gusty winds, as well as tornadoes may be a possibility along Mississippi, Alabama, towards the Tennessee Valley, along the Ohio Valley, and towards the mid-Atlantic for Wednesday night into Thursday, bringing that threat of unsettled weather. Another system approaching the Pacific Northwest, a cold front entering from the west, bringing that threat of showers and thunderstorms, showers along the coastal area and mountain snow, and all that moisture will continue shifting towards the Cascades and towards the Yakima Valley towards that evening commute, as well as for Ephrata, that wintry mix, due to those warmer temperatures. Now, for the coastal area, temperatures ranging in the mid-40s with lots of cloud cover, that threat of showers and thunderstorms, heavy rainfall may be possible at times. Yakima in the lower 40s, and towards the inland northwest, temperatures from the mid-30s to upper 30s with lots of cloud cover. Taking a closer look at our Columbia Basin, temperatures ranging from the mid-30s to lower 40s with increasing cloud cover. That threat of showers through the late afternoon hours may be possible, around 30% of precipitation for our area, and all that moisture will continue shifting from the west to the east, especially for Wednesday through the late evening hours, bringing us that wintry mix. Now, for Wednesday, a wintry mix with temperatures in the lower 40s overnight, around the mid-20s to lower 30s. Thursday, drier conditions are expected, but Friday night to Saturday, another system will approach the area.
To save some energy, I've used Einstein's mass energy equivalents to design the haptic suits you see in front of you. They will maintain our core body temperature while we completely turn off our heat and air conditioning. With the money we save on our Grant PUD bill, I'll be expecting that trip to Disneyland this year.
You don't need to be a super genius to save energy and money. Visit grantpud.org to learn how.
The new flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
The number 2 ranked Moses Lake girls put a 64-16 hurting on the Eisenhower Cadets in Yakima Saturday. The Loetta sisters led the way once again, with Jessie knocking down a game-high 18 points and Jamie finishing with 14. Abby Raffman turned in another stellar effort with 9 points, 7 boards, 6 steals, and no turnovers. The Chiefs jumped out to an insurmountable 21-6 lead after the first quarter was in the books. Moses Lake led 44-12 at the half. The Chiefs played shutdown defense in the second half, giving up just 4 points to the Cadets. The win moves Moses Lake to 9-0 in Big 9 league play and 17-0 overall with 3 games left in the regular season. The Moses Lake boys got past the Cadets 51-40. It's the first win in the past 4 games for the team, which moves to 5-4 and into a tie for third with West Valley and Sunnyside. The Chiefs are in a dogfight to stay alive in the postseason race and have their fate in their hands with 3 games left. Moses Lake hits the road to take on the Sunnyside Grizzlies Friday, is at Eastmont Tuesday, and finishes out with the West Valley Rams at home on the 12th. Katie Hillard knocked down a game-high 17 points to lead Ephrata to a 45-27 home win over Prosser Saturday. It was a tight back-and-forth contest that had the Tigers up 21-18 at intermission. Ephrata blew things wide open with a 24-9 second half to run away with it. Harley Vanetta added 10 points for the Lady Tigers. Maddie Youngers finished with 9. Ephrata slipped past Grandview 63-62 on the road Friday. The Tigers moved to 10-6 with the wins and into third in the CWAC standings with 2 games left in the regular season. The Tiger boys picked up a much-needed 60-57 win over the Mustangs to remain in the postseason race. The game was a real thriller that came down to the last minute before it was decided. The teams battled to a 29-27 halftime score that had Prosser holding the edge. A 4-point play by Bryce Davis with 60 ticks left on the clock catapulted Ephrata to the win. 4 Tigers scored in double digits, led by Bailey Evenson and Cameron Clark, who hit for 14 points each. Davis added 12. Colin Almond finished with a double-double, 10 points and 14 rebounds. Ephrata moves to 7-9 on the season and needs to win its last 2 games to nail down a playoff spot. Unattached USA swimmer Eric Kemper turned in an outstanding performance at the Winter Open swim meet in Ellensburg. Kemper placed in the top 6 in all 10 events he participated in and set a few best times along the way at the 2-day event. The 13-year-old Kemper will take a break from competition for the next couple of weeks as he trains for the Inland Empire Championships. The meet will be held at the Moses Lake High School pool the last weekend of the month. We'll be back after this commercial break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about an open house at the Columbia Basin Tech Center in Moses Lake that allowed parents and students to get an up-close look at the school's programs. Reporter Devin Higgins has the story.
The Columbia Basin Technical Skills Center opened its doors to parents and students interested in what it has to offer in terms of classes and opportunities. The open house provided kids a chance to tour all 8 of the school's departments, getting up-close glimpses of everything from the culinary arts to nursing, engineering, computer programming and design, multimedia, and more. 15-year-old Moses Lake resident Dominic Mueller has gone the non-traditional route of homeschooling and said CB Tech was intriguing to him when it first opened. Now that he's had a chance to see it for himself, he's already got an eye on a career in multimedia.
Well, I went on tour with a whole bunch of other homeschooling guys, and then I saw the multimedia movie room, and I was like, this is totally for me, because my dream job is to become a movie director. Well, the guy said that the teacher is like really cool, and I've seen they have like all sorts of Photoshop and iMovie, and they also learn the basics of camera angles and like underlying music. You know, I thought that would be really good.
How much does it help you pursue your goal of wanting to be involved doing movies and things like that? Having a school like this right here in Moses Lake, how much do you think that helps you in order to get to where you want to go?
It helps a lot, especially as like their goal, it's to make sure you're ready for the world out there. I find that's really helpful.
CB Tech Director Christine Armstrong talked about the open house and how it provides opportunities for current students to interact with the community and also take a measure of pride in their accomplishments.
People are very interested in what's going on here. At our open house that we had in the fall, in October, we had over 700 people show up, and so I hate to say it, but I'm not really surprised by the turnout. We were expecting between 500 and 700 people to come and check out because we're advertising both summer school and fall. We expect to be full next fall, and so that's about 175 in the morning and about 150 in the afternoon. First come, first serve. So if you haven't got your application in, get it to CB Tech as soon as possible. So our motto is on time every day with a positive attitude, and we are a uniform school. And so when students come here, they know what the expectations are. And you know, people told me a long time ago, if you set your expectations, students will go sometimes to that line, but normally they won't go over that line. So they know that this is a different kind of school. It's a small school atmosphere, it's safe, we have teachers that are dynamite, they allow the students to explore things within the curriculum in maybe just a slightly different way.
Armstrong said the community's growing interest in the school is leading her and her staff to pursue new educational fields to add to CB Tech like criminal justice and massage therapy. In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
We are real students, and this really is our college.
My dream will change the outcome of my life.
My college is allowing me to achieve my dream.
My dream is to be a pilot.
My dream is to be a nurse.
Only you can determine your dream. Big Bend will help you get there.
What's your dream?
Experience speed like never before when you connect to Grant PUD's high-speed network. Visit grantpud.org to learn more.
Welcome back. A Spokane Valley woman was injured in a crash on Interstate 90 about 4 miles west of Moses Lake. Sharon Carpenter, a 73-year-old woman, was driving a 2006 Toyota Camry west on I-90 Saturday morning when she allegedly drove off the highway to the left, overcorrected, and drove back across the road. According to the Washington State Patrol on Saturday, her car went off the road to the right, rolled, and came to rest on its top. Carpenter was taken to Samaritan Hospital in Moses Lake for her injuries. The State Patrol reported inattention allegedly caused the crash, and Carpenter was issued a ticket for driving with wheels off the road. Michelle Price received a 3-year contract extension to remain the superintendent of the Moses Lake School District. The district's board of directors voted unanimously to renew Price's contract through July 1st, 2019. Her contract was scheduled to expire on July 1st, 2016. Prior to the vote, Price informed the board they needed to decide by January 30th on whether to keep her contract at 3 years or choose a different length of time and then negotiate a new deal. Price added she was fine with the structure in place under her existing contract, and an extension would not require any changes at this time. Following the vote, Price said she's looking forward to continue to work with the board, fellow administrators, principals, parents, and the Moses Lake community. A man is accused of violating a court order to stay away from his ex-girlfriend 6 times in a 4-month period. Prosecutors charged Johnny Thompson, a 26-year-old Bridgeport resident in Grant County Superior Court, with residential burglary, theft, 2 counts of malicious mischief, and 6 counts of violating a court order. Thompson allegedly contacted his ex-girlfriend several times after she received a protection order preventing him from contacting her. She received the order after he reportedly broke into her home. She claims she received several texts where Thompson threatened to kidnap their daughter, and he reportedly hid in her home and took her cell phone before leaving. Thompson allegedly contacted the victim by Facebook and by phone. He was allegedly found waiting inside a car she owned outside her home twice, and he was reportedly found at her home. He also reportedly went to the victim's home in October and challenged her new boyfriend to a fight and broke the windshield on the man's car. In Northwest news, Washington lawmakers are attempting to raise the legal smoking age to 21. It's not the first time they've tried to raise the age, but this time there's support on both sides. Coma's Matt Makovich has a story.
It's not the first attempt by state lawmakers to raise the legal smoking age to 21, but this time there's a bipartisan movement to do it.
There's a poll. Doesn't matter what political party you belong to, doesn't matter where in the state you live, about 65% of Washingtonians want this bill to pass.
A Senate committee heard testimony, including from the Attorney General, that raising the age to 21 would reduce tobacco-related deaths, prevent kids from getting addicted to nicotine. It would also make electronic cigarettes and vaping of nicotine products illegal for anyone under 21.
I believe this is the single most important policy this legislature can pass for the public's health this session.
Vaping uses flavorful juices instead of tobacco to deliver nicotine to the body. Advocates claim vaping can provide 18 to 21-year-olds addicted to tobacco an effective road to wean them off nicotine.
If an 18 to 20-year-old does not have this option, it is very likely they will become lifetime smokers.
But it's also those 18 to 21-year-olds the Secretary of Health says are buying the cigs for kids.
And the reason we're doing this bill is because 90% of adults who give minors tobacco are under the age of 21.
A similar bill has passed a House committee, but neither bill would cover military bases, where the smoking age limit is 18, or sales on some tribal reservations.
Unfortunately, it's complicated, depends on the tribe and what agreements they have with, frankly, with law enforcement. So for each tribe, it can be a little bit different.
That's going to do it here for us at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.